Live to Peter Dutton, here he is.
Will be a bit different when they first come in from last time.
I take here in your seat, but what about your government as a whole? Have the polls sort of shaking your confidence a little bit?
Well, I think it's tight. I don't think there's any question about that. So I think the difference, though, economically, I just think is really very strong as an issue in people's minds. People don't want to see the high interest rates of labour again. They don't want to see the budget mismanaged, which we saw last time in defence. As you know, they ripped money out of defence, and we've been able to restore that funding. So I think the issues of the economy and national security are very important to all Australians, and I think it's an influence on their vote. But it's certainly tight, there's no question about that. You've seen that in the polling. I think the polling has tightened, and I think there's a different picture as you move around the country.
If the coalition loses today, will you make a bid for the Liberal Party leadership?
My prediction is that the coalition will win today. I think it's going to be tight, but I think for the sake of our country that has to happen.
You have quieter moments, though, Mr Dutton, where you do contemplate the leadership.
I tell you what, for 6 weeks there have been no quiet moments. We just haven't stopped, and that'll continue right up until 6 o'clock tonight, and obviously in the West for a couple of hours beyond that. So I think you'll see the results come in tonight. I think when you look at what our country's been through in the last 2 years, a lot of people have stopped me at pre-poll just to acknowledge the fact that we didn't have the tens of thousands of deaths that we saw in other parts of the world. We didn't have the 15% unemployment that was predicted, and we've come through in a remarkable way. We're economically stronger than any other comparable country in the world, and on the national security front, we need to make sure that we keep our country safe and secure, and only the coalition can do that.
OK, we're going to have to leave it there because we've got to go to a break. Looks like it's the end of it anyway, but Peter Dutton getting questions on whether or not he'll be the leader of the Liberal Party if they lose tonight.